everybody. Got an NT. Thought I'd bring you making a queen size blanket. What you saw in the first video was an uncompleted one. I somehow or another lost footage on that last section. But anyway, this is the original full size blanket. This is the second blanket that I had you cut in half. This is one half of that second blanket. This piece down here on the bottom that runs across the bottom, that was the last part of what was in that video, where you had taken, cut it in half, put one half of it aside, take that other side, fold it in half, and cut it again. This is essentially a quarter of this. As you can see, I've got it in line with the rest of this going across. I added another piece here, which I knew I was going to have to do. I took the other, because this is a quarter, I took the other quarter and just laid it across here, got it even, cut it, and sewed it in. Now, all that being said, you can see what I've got here. All that being said, things I learned doing this is the fact that Chinese guys don't know how to read an English tape measure. But this blanket is an actual 80 inches long. This blanket, made by the same company and purported to be the same size, is actually 74 inches long, not 80. So I've got a 6-inch section right here. I've got a 6-inch section right here that I had to add in. So I added a 6-inch piece here off of this other quarter. Tag right here by Rothko 62 by 80. This is a Rothko 62 by 80. You can tell the differences in the colors and the length of it. I used the stitch on this, which I found out doing the research for this. This is actually called a blanket stitch. All these years I've just known it as a lock stitch. Anyway, that being said, I'll bring you all in here, get you close, and I'll show you the workmanship that I did, and just the way it's all laid out.
Alright guys, what you've got here is a little bit closer view of what I made. Upper right corner is the original blanket. The upper left side is the half that I sewed down. And what you're seeing there right in front is that 6-inch gap that I was telling you about, where the Chinese guy can't tell the difference between 74 inches and 80. And of course, that bottom piece is the quarter, and that is attached all the way along the side. And there in that corner is the additional piece that you had to add on. That was always planned on right there, but like I said, you come up with a 95.5 by 95.5 inch blanket. It's really nice. I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer and show you the stitching that I did. Come to find out, doing this, I used what they call a mattress stitch, a blanket stitch. And I never realized that that's what that was called, was a blanket stitch. And I've always known it as a lock stitch. As you can see, you've got, as you can see here, you've got the stitches going back and forth, but also a line going up and down. And basically what you do is, as you do it, you run through the loop before it, pull it tight, pull it back down, do your next stitch, come up through your loop, pull it back down, and do it again. It works really good for a blanket, especially wool blankets, because of the fact that that's what it's meant for, is to keep the edges of your blanket from fraying.
Well, you've seen the work that I put into this. I'll tell you how it worked. It worked out excellent. Wrap up in it the way you're supposed to, and it kept me warm all night. Temperature was down in about the 40s, and this is a 90% wool blanket, but it kept my chest nice and warm. My feet are always cold. I think it's just too many years of being in boots and having them too tight. I've damaged my circulation. But I'm going to make a set of booties out of what I have left from doing this. And I'll bring you along on that, show you what I've got for that. You'll see that in a future video. So until then, God bless. Everybody have a good day. See you in the next one.